episode is this? Do another Bob Ross one to start. I might do one original one, maybe, depending on how I feel. Just trying to get adjust to the time change because it always messes me up. So I'm just trying to do some things to get used to it. All right, get back to my routine. This is season 23, episode 3, and it is, I believe it's just a nice little mountain. Yeah, Mountain Ridge Lake is the name of the episode that I'll be painting along with. If you're here, I'm so thankful. Glad to see you. And we'll just be, we'll be painting along with Bob to start, and then later on, oh, this might be sealed shut. That's not good. That was loud. Sometimes my jar of liquid white gets, it dries up, and then I have to use my fingernails to pry it open. Alright, so first things first, we gotta put some liquid white on there. And this brush is very hard because I left it out for 2 days, which you don't want. If you're using water mixable oils, don't leave your brushes out. Alright, so I'm just going to be putting some liquid white on, and this is, since I'm using water mixable oils, it is half linseed oil and half titanium white. I'm using Lucas Berlin paints because I got a bunch of them on sale and it was cheap. So, I probably won't buy any more of them because I don't like them that much for painting along with Bob Ross. They're not very firm paints. They're very, very thin body, very thin. Sticky as well, which I don't like. If you like sticky paints, they're pretty good. I will very likely be using Grumbacher Max paints. They are a little pricey, which I don't particularly like, but they don't gunk up my brushes, and they're very, very firm. They're like almost a solid. Right now I'm just doing little crisscross strokes all over the canvas, spread the liquid white around, and then I'll probably do a couple of strokes afterwards to remove extra paint. This mix that I made of liquid white is a little too thin as well, so I have to take a bit more off than I normally would. Alright, I think that's pretty good. And if you're first time painting, or if you're new to painting this way, just put your finger on there, and if you see like a little tiny spot, that's how you know you got enough white paint on there. If it's a glob, if you put your hand on there and a glob of white paint comes off, then you got way too much. But you can take it off. Taking it off is pretty easy. You can either use a towel, or you can just use your brush, go over it a couple times, wipe it off after each run through. Alright. I'm gonna rub the water off of this real quick. The bristles are kind of stuck together, so I'll probably have to clean this one afterwards, but I'm going to use the towel for this. Just go up and down, left and right, just to pick up some of the extra white paint. Alright, and with that, I don't know if I'm ready to go yet. Oh, I still need to get the paints out. I'm a little behind today, a little scatterbrained. Things are crazy over here. I did the world. So I'm going to go to practice.paintbynate.art, and I'm going to bring up season 23, episode 3. Alright, and that has all the colors that I need, and I'll get them out here. Alright, so we need some Van Dyke Brown. I'm using raw umber. If you're using this brand of paint, they actually have a Van Dyke Brown color, but all it is black mixed with raw umber, so you can make that yourself pretty easy. Probably need some bright red. Yes, we need bright red, which this is naphthol red, which is a little brighter than bright red, but not too much brighter. At least that's what people tell me. Do we need sap green? Yes, we need sap green. So I'll use that. We need Prussian blue on this one, and phthalo blue. That's unique. Normally when you see Prussian blue and phthalo blue, that's because he's doing some mountains. Alrighty, so we'll pull that up. Pull out some phthalo blue. And then, I really should have set these up beforehand, but again, I was in a rush. Alizarin crimson. Alizarin crimson. What colors am I missing? Oh, I'm missing my yellows. That's what I'm missing. And if you use this brand of paint, the alizarin crimson will stain the brushes, and it's very, very difficult to get out. It just does not. I had to almost bleach these brushes because there's just so much pigment stains on them. Alright, this is titanium white. That's not good. Getting paint all over myself already. I can turn this off. I had to turn the space heater on because it's kind of cold up here. I don't know if it's cold where you all are, but around here it got down to like 20 degrees. It was 70 a couple days ago, which was pretty crazy. Not used to that. And it's kind of sad because we have a lot of, at least where I am now, we have a lot of peach trees. So when it gets these cold snaps like this, it ends up killing most of the peaches. So in the summertime, we won't have any peaches to eat. Alright, we need 2 more colors here. So I need a dark sienna, and for that I'm using just regular burnt sienna, and I'll add some midnight black to it. A lot of times, if you're not buying the Bob Ross colors, you can mix all the colors yourself. It's not too hard. Midnight black for midnight black, I'm using ivory black. I use a bunch of it because I have to mix a lot of colors. And then lastly is cadmium yellow, which is actually Hansa yellow, and is probably my least favorite yellow because it is so weak and so, it's just so hard to make stuff actually yellow, at least for me. Because if it's not super bright yellow, I can't see it. Alright, we got the palette. That's open. We're ready to go. We're ready to paint. Alright, so we've got this brush. I'm assuming he'll start with. And do a fantastic little paint.
I want to show you a very simple little painting that really works well.
Just make sure yellow, orange, red.
Let's go right into a little touch of the phthalo blue.
A little bit of phthalo blue here.
Touch a little, pull it out, and then tap the bristles.
I always flip my brush over when I'm putting the paint on first.
Because we have a liquid white on here.
Alright, now we're going to put some phthalo blue up in the sky. Phthalo blue is a very nice sky blue color. You can also use, if you want, you can use Prussian blue and just add some white to it, and that'll get you the same kind of effect. That's what some people have told me they do. Alright, we're just going to pour this out in the sky. And I do have like a chunk, I'm not sure. When they made the canvas, I might do a flaw with it, but it's like a glob of something that I can't get off. But there's no sense in throwing out a canvas. All canvases are good. We're just liking this phthalo blue all over the place. Doesn't really matter. Alright, let's add some Prussian blue here. So we're going to take some Prussian blue, darken the corners. And then I'll do some over on the other side as well. So you have 2 corners of dark. Come up in the top. There we go. Alright, some phthalo blue, so I'm going to put some water in. Nice and easy. You go from the left to the right. Just hit it a few times. And this should look like still water. If you want it to look like moving water, you can use another brush on top. Add some motion in there. After this, we're just pulling left to right, and then the other side right to left. There we go. And I'll do one all the way across. There we go. Now it looks like a little sheen of light across the bottom. I'll wash the brush. I'm using water and soap. If you're using regular oil paints, I have to say, don't use water and soap, because that will not work. I'm be very mad if you try to do that. Just get all the water out. If you don't get the water out of the brush, then you end up with it just smears everywhere. Alright. The phthalo blue also stains the brush. You get little pigments left in there. Alright, so now we need some yellow paint, I believe. So I'll go grab some. This is the. Looks like he's using yellow ochre, but it's okay to put yellow in the water because water turns green. Usually, you'll have like sediment and stuff. I'm just gonna blend it out a bunch so it's not super strong. I feel like maybe the sun's up there shining down in here. This is a nice little glow. Alright, now we can keep going. I don't really want to wash my brush again, so I'm just going to wipe it off with a towel. And do some clouds now. So that's with the 1-inch brush. You can use any kind of brush really to do these. You can use 2-inch, 1-inch, Egbert brush, filbert brush. I'm going to grab the 1-inch here, a couple of them. Pull the white paint out.
Just let that brush dance like play.
So I got something like that. And then just go up to the canvas, start anywhere really. Doesn't really matter. And then you just kind of do these little circles. Little circles like that. And you'll pick up the blue, and that's okay. You don't have to worry about it. Pick up the blue. There we go. Look at that. You say, that doesn't look like anything. Not yet. But it look like something. I'm just going to blend out the bottoms. Pull up with the 2-inch brush. This is a 2.5-inch brush actually. Bill Alexander brush. Blend it out. Red. Some bright red. Okay. Add some more white paint. We're gonna add another one that looks like. Alright, so where do we want to start? We want to start in the middle, the left. I'll start over here. Alright, I'll start up here. Really doesn't matter. As long as it looks like a cloud. I'll do another one. I'll just do a bunch of them. Why not? Put one big one up here. That'll look like it's in front when we're done blending these out. I'll just blend this out here. There, we got that. Blend this one out. I gotta go work over this blob of gesso they put on the canvas. And then you just blend up. Make it look like there's just a bunch of clouds up here floating around being happy. There we go. Do I want to add another one? I don't know, maybe. Maybe. I kind of want to. Let's add another one. Why not? Let's add another one. Why not? kind of fill up this space over here, maybe. Maybe I can clean this one up, but let's just do this one. Maybe comes up there, comes down, comes back around, and then just disappears. Just fades away. Disappears. I'm going to clean this blue brush, my 2-inch brush off, because it's got a lot of deep painting that I picked up. So we'll just take that off real quick. And then we'll come in here. Blend out the bottoms, little tiny circles. That's all I'm doing here. Nothing crazy. And then pull up. And this is also a little tiny circle. That's most of the painting that I found. A lot of it is just doing little circles. Alright, there we go. Got that done. And then, what else do we need? That's good enough for now. Might need to wash these off afterwards, but not yet. Not yet. Might need to wash these off. Not yet. There we go. I had to kick somebody off YouTube because they're spamming stuff. Happens all the time. I don't know why. People just spam nonsense characters. I just kick them out. I'm going to build a mountain now. So I have my number 10 Bill Alexander brush, or Bill Alexander knife. So we got some brown, some black, some blue. Mix them up. And this paint, again, I said earlier that it's sticky, but it definitely shows when you're doing mountains that it just sticks everywhere. It's very hard to do. Alright, so what are we going to do? We're going to do one up, and then bring it down, pull this back down, put it back up there, keep going down, and we'll just keep it going down there, a little bump there. That's good. That's good enough. And then we'll add another little hump over here, a little bump. And just move the palette knife up and down. Just however, it doesn't really matter. Just go that way. Put some more paint over here. Fill up that. I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not, but there's little. When you don't have enough paints on your canvas, or enough paint on your canvas, you'll put paint on like individual grains of the canvas. And to get rid of that, you just add some more paint. It's very, very simple. There we go. Good as new. 2.5-inch brush. We're going to start adding to the shape of the mountain. Pull this one down that way, and this one goes up here. Blend that out. Pull this one down. Blend that out, and then this one's going to be all the way over there. All the way. All the way. We are getting into the green now. That's okay. Doesn't need to be perfect. There we go. Good as it. Gotta clean off the knife real quick because it's got some dark paint. You don't want to put dark paint on your highlights unless you're doing some abstract thing. I guess you can if you want to. Up to you. You do whatever you want when you paint. It doesn't matter. Alright, I'm gonna use this white paint. I don't know if there's still red in there or not. Ooh, he's doing it a different way this time. He never does it this way. I don't know. I don't think I've ever done it this way. But we'll see. Alright. We're just taking the knife and pulling that way. I gotta put some up here. Put some up there. Just pulling down. Kind of down at an angle. I'm a little slow, so I gotta take a break here. Gotta pause Bob and get back into the highlights. Alright, we're gonna do another one right here. wound up tapping that out, so it'll blend out anyways. Alright. Unpause. I'm gonna wipe this white paint out of this brush that I was using earlier. Oh, that's wonderful. He's doing he doesn't do this in any episodes, but he's doing a green grass coming up beside it. Yeah, it comes out really good. Green grass coming up beside it. Alright. And I'm using straight yellow here because this Hansa yellow, it just disappears once you add another color to it. So. There we go. We're just sending grass up the mountain. I'm just tapping. Maybe you're knocking on a door or something. It'll go all the way up in there. Oh, I got two stray brushes, or two stray hairs on this brush. That's no good. There we go. He's grabbing some more dark paint. A little black paint down here. Let's see. There we go. And he's doing, yeah, something like that. He's just pulling it straight down. There we go. And this, make that dark as well. There we go. Looks like some dark side of the mountain, some gravel or some stones. Sitting in the background. So I'll take this one again. I was pulling to the shape of the mountain. I'm not going to pull too much because I kind of want it to look like it's a little soft edge. You know? Like the light shining over it. Maybe there's some trees back there. The light's bouncing off those. Alright. Let's go grab some sap green. We can cut out this dark side. You can make it go all the way, I guess it don't matter. Up that side as well. There we go. That looks fine. Wipe this brush off real quick. Get all the dark paint out, all the yellow paint. And then, let's see. Oh, we're adding some fan brush trees in there. Easy peasy. Alright. He's using, what did he say? Crimson and sap green. It makes a brown color. To me it looks black, but to you maybe it does look brown. Hopefully. To me it looks black. Right down here, we're just going to tap. Same door knocking type stroke. There we go. Alright, I'm going to take this 2.5 inch brush, wipe it off at the bottom. That just blends it out and then pull it up. Oh, he's adding another mountain in over here. Alright, grab the old palette knife one more time. Add some dark paint. Start at the top, go down to the right. That's way too much. All right, top, down to the right. There you go. Nice little roll of paint. All right, we're gonna make this one. How big should we make it? I want a peak there, and it just kind of goes away. And then maybe we have one more peak down here. But then this rest of it is just like a steep cliff. Like you never want to climb up there. You might fall off. There you go. And we'll just scrub the rest of the dark paint in here. Get some more of this. Pull this down. I'm just smearing the bottom of it. This gets paint into the canvas because this canvas doesn't really soak up much of paint. All right, got that. Gotta use this brush. We're just gonna pull down. Pull that down. This is kind of the same motion that I do for waves, just a kind of hoop motion. I don't know what to call it. There we go. That's a mean looking mountain. Grumpy. Alright, gotta pause him again, because I'm a little bit slower than Bob. Alright, he's using some sienna and white. This is a nice clay color that you get if you're in North Carolina. All the dirt there looks kind of like this. It's like red rocks. They have it in Colorado as well, some places. The red rock amphitheater. Ooh, that's a grumpy looking cliff right there. Very, very grumpy. I'll add the rest of this mountain color. I don't think we're going to be making any more mountains. I'm going to mix that with the brown color, make like a shadowy red or shadow brown color, something like that. I'm just going to put that in the back. Ooh, look at that. It's very dark brown. There we go. I like that. That looks nice. At least to me. I don't know if it looks nice to you. If it doesn't, let me know. Just tell me. That's the only way you can get better. Yeah, ask for feedback. Alright. What's this? Some more yellow. Go up the side here. This is going to turn instantly green because this Honda yellow does not have any strength at all. Very weak color. But we're just tapping the grass here. How's that look? Look like grass growing upside. I'll grab some more yellow. We're going to put some in the background here too. Those are a little darker. Maybe we'll combine these two. Oh, let's do that. Change the lay of the land instantly. Look at that. See, now it looks like they're going to flow this way. There we go. And we'll tap out the bottom of this. And then I'm going to grab this brush again, tap up and down the side. Just fill in some yellow color. There we go. And now we're going to use, oh, he's using a 2-inch brush here. We can do that. He's using this and the mountain color. Okay, we can do that. Probably some darker foothills. Oh yeah, that's what he's doing. Look at this. That pushes everything even farther back. If you thought it couldn't get any further back, oh it can.
This is just dark color, so you can put a lighter color on top of
Step back. Isn't that nice? I'm gonna pull this up so it looks like little trees. This is a very, very small stroke. Very, very light, small stroke. Just like that. Alright. Wow, that's a very interesting painting.
I make some black, sap
Black, sap green, Prussian blue, Van Dyke browns, sap green, alizarin group. Okay, that's every dark color we got. You see what I mean? Soupy paint. No body, very, very thin. Not good. Not good for this style of painting. Wipe my knife off. Wipe it off again. Grab the old fan brush. We'll run it through there. He's doing some more of these little dark trees. We're just going to go all the way across with this. This will look nice. Yeah, we're going to go all the way across. Start up here, go down, up, down, a little bit up, a little bit down, even higher, bigger tree. There you go, something like that. This one's not well defined. There you go. Let's add a bigger one over here. That one's a little lopsided. And the easiest way to fix a lopsided tree, add another one. So we're just going to do that here. That worked out. And then we'll add a big tree up here. And for these, they call them Z trees. You just start with one stroke up and down, turn the brush sideways, like this, and then just go in a Z shape. And after a while, you start making trees however you want, however you get comfortable with it. Let's add one more up here. Ooh, this is a big one. Alright, we're just going to make a little reflection down here, a little reflection down here. These don't have to be super accurate. They just have to be somewhat accurate. There you go. You're probably saying, what in the world did he just do? We're doing reflections. You get the general shape, and then you just pull it down and come across, and it looks like a reflection. Easy peasy, no fuss. Look at that. Alright, we'll go back into this, get that yellow paint, and add some more grass in here. This little grassy knoll. And it's already turning dark green, because that's what this color does. That is what this color of paint does. If I was using, oh, that's a big hair. Get that out of there. If I was using Grumbacher paints, they actually have cadmium, barium sulfate paints, which are supposedly bad for you. I mean, cadmium is carcinogen, but it's definitely a much stronger paint, which I like. So if I was doing this, you could actually kind of see it. I don't know if you can even see what's going on here. It's kind of dark. All right, let's grab some. Pull this white paint down. some. Actually, before I do this, I want to pull these down a little bit. Just so you get some of a green reflection of the water down into the water. Also kind of helps me see where the land is because I can't really tell what colors are going on down here. With this green mixed in with the black. But I'm just adding in some water lines. Something like that. Add in some of those. And then we'll go back to this brush. I'll just wipe this paint off on the palette real quick. There we go. Go into this yellow, dark, make it a very dark green. We'll add some dark, bigger trees. Something like that. Go grab some more. Bob's already done. He always finishes early. And you kind of go in the same way you made the tree in the little Z. But there we go. That's a painting. That's a finished painting, I believe. Rinse the brush off.